Jonesy.
I know that's right.
Jonesy in the morning. Got your midnight tape for me, girl.
It's giving icon.
It's Jonesy in the morning.
Jonesy in the morning.
With shade and laughter. Shade and laughter me. Na 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 na.
Jonesy in the morning.
Hello, lovies. How's everyone today? Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. That Dan Kevin fart is what I call him because I don't want to go too far in on I'm conflicted. I don't want to go too far in on someone that I personally know. Do you know what I mean? Hold on. Oh, sorry. I don't want to go too far in on somebody that I personally know, right? You know, I never spare people. I'm not going to go on Instagram because I have stuff on here that I need to share because Giddy's not going to be here this morning. And I don't have time to do all the shit the real way and pull it up on the screen. So first tell me who all saw the Kevin Hart roast. And I'll start the roll call. B-Stu, thank you. First donation for me today comes from, I hope I'm saying it right. I got on the wrong glasses. Let me put on the real. These are my fakies, but sometimes they work. And my real ones be too heavy on my face. But I want to thank you. So I got to see you. The glasses will help me see. All right, let me start. Let me go back. Let me go back to the top and see who is first in class today. Missy. I was late. I'm sorry. I think I needed to take a week off. I'm still recovering from all that running this weekend. And Che Bella was a close second. Eric, you early today. Hi, Kim from Harlem, my moderator. Che Bella. Hey, Brick City and Nicole Perry. Chot Girl. Lady in Flight. I thought about you when they were clowning Kevin talking about Black people in Spirit Airlines. I don't want to give it all away, but I probably will wind up giving it all away. Hi, Rhonda. Tim Brown and Big R. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Debbie. Kamika and Chef Emily. Nikki Blue, Reggie, and B. True, Garcelle, Brandy. Nikki Blue. Oh, I said that right. Glow. Good morning, Nandy. I don't think Giddy's in here. Jet Black. Good morning. Authentically in St. Charles. Good morning. Make sure you like on your way into your seats, people. We got a lot to catch up on. A lot to catch up on. Hi, Elaine. Good morning. Come on in, Mimi. Once again, good morning to you, and thank you and your sister for coming out Sunday to Les Cool's brunch. That was a great time. The food was so good. Jonesy, good morning. Fendi Flavors. Don't forget, you know what? You guys gotta we have to do advance payment for Comedy in Harlem, right? For your not to get in, only for your bingo cards. Because if not, if we don't have enough people, then I'm not gonna ask them to open because that just doesn't make sense. And while I don't mind if it's a select few of us, we need to at least make sure that it makes sense for the venue. So Comedy in Harlem is next Thursday, like 8 o'clock-ish. And we do R&B and hip hop bingo. And we have food, we have drinks, obviously lots of great music. And we'd love you to join us and take away a prize or two. But you need to pay in advance. So either go to comedyinharlem.com and pay your $25 for your, I think I said I was going to do, did I say if you did it in advance? I forget what the fuck I said, but pay your money, please. Or you can cash at me at the scroll below at Miss Jones Hot 97. And it's 3 for 30, 2 for 25 boards, bingo boards. But usually everybody gets a prize. But I need to know the count. Because if we don't have at least 20 people by Friday, then I have to cancel. Because that doesn't make any sense. Hi, Kiana. Hey, Marcus. Hi, Seneca. We are at 100 in record time. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. Appreciate you always for showing up for me. And, oh, I'm looking. Oh, Giddy put some sound effects in here. Okay, all right. Okay, we're rocking and rolling. Let me put the comments on the stage. Hey, Joe Langley. You know what else? Before you guys leave, because I see now we've dropped down to 98. I'm not keeping these up. So if you are not here, then you just gonna fucking miss the show. I'm gonna give you like radio did. You either be here when we here, or you miss the shit. I'm not gonna leave it up posted. I will definitely make this bitch private after the show. And you know why? Because if we got to be here, who the hell are y'all not to be here?
Nigga, when my name come up, respect it.
Let's go.
Stop playing with my fucking name. All three of y'all, stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more. Put some respect on my name. You understand me? When y'all saying my name, put some respect on it. Nigga,
and be here. That's how you put respect on it. Be here when we here. So thank you, B, for the donation. And then we have Be True to You First. Good morning to you. And let me get to it. Jim Bear's here. Coco Liz is here. Tyrone, good morning. Live Love, good morning. Al. And Tamika Marie, Two Girls Mom. Nick Music. Let's get this show going. I know, Jodeci. I'm sorry. Yesterday I was under the weather. I tried to push through Monday. But it was a lot. Did you guys all right, so where do we start? Where we going first? Because it's just so much. I heard, watched yesterday, all on social media, the backlash that Kevin Hart's getting over his roast. There's a new roast out on Netflix. Netflix is going to be the next one boycotted. They really are. They really are. Because you got to make everybody responsible for the creation of the material and the airing of the material. And enough is enough. I almost wanted to go and see what Funky Dineva had to say. And I'm like, why? Because you say the same shit Now is not the time. Now is not the time. Like, disclaimer: if you're not this type of white person and you're a kind and you respect the struggle and you are on our side and not getting in the way, then I have no problem with you. That is the one disclaimer I'm going to give, and I'm not going to give much more. Hey, Giddy. If you are the other one that finds humor where Black people and Puerto Rican people are, and I'm not going to fuck with Puerto Rican people. They can speak for themselves. If you are the white person that feels out of pain and you're decent and you just are human and you don't want to see other humans going through unnecessary bullshit and you just happen to be white, then I fuck with you the long way. All day. I don't believe all white people are one way. I don't believe all Black people are. I don't believe all Black people are one way. I believe humans are humans. We're shaped by our experiences, our traumas, our environments, our life lessons, our ability to receive information, grow with the information or not. Or not. So again, when you're watching this show and you come in on the middle of me ranting and tearing white people down, if you are not that type of white person, don't be offended because it doesn't pertain to you. And I am not going to take time to keep explaining, well, my anger this morning is only directed towards those that laugh at our lynchings, those that laugh at our whatever the fuck. Not explaining no fucking more. Now, moving the fuck on. I saw people commenting on the roast. And I don't know why I did it to myself, which is why I'm a little late. I started watching the roast at like 6:45 this morning. I still half sleep. That shit woke me up real quick. First of all, all right, it's a lot of things. It's a lot of things. It's in LA. The Roots were there. I have some video. I don't want to spoil it, but fuck it, I got to spoil it. To me, it looked like the scene, the stage, and the ambiance was decorated as what one might think hell would look like. That was the tone. Hell, everything was red. Even when they turned out the lights, it was red, and people's phone lights still looked dim, looked like little fire. Then they had the nerve to put flames on the screens. Like, we're just gonna think that they're trying to infer that it's lit in here. Then one of the comedians actually had the nerve to come out looking like what we've seen pictures of the devil is supposed to be, with a bald head, red leather suit. He tried to say he was dressed like Eddie Murphy when Eddie Murphy did whatever, the stand-up he did. No, nigga. No, white man, nigga. No, wigger, for real, wigger. You are playing along with the script. And then in the opening scene, there were a lot of words that like possessed. And what else did he say? Watch the opening scene and pay attention. I'm glad I saw the comments first, because then I was able to pay attention from the perspective of, does it really look like they're portraying hell? Are they really playing in our faces that cleanly, like that blatantly? So when you watch it from having information, you pick up things. They used the word possessed. And it wasn't like there weren't other words to be used. But I'm listening and I'm like, oh, they definitely are summoning those spirits. They definitely are placating their master. They're definitely letting the devil know, this is for you. We recognize you and thank you for giving us this ungodly type of success. I'm going to go back to the comments before I move forward. Yeah, I waited until 9:30 yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry, Chuck. Girl, thank you. I don't know what to do in that instance when I'm not going to come. What was the issue with the roast? The issue with the roast was that, oh, wow. I got frozen. I wonder if it's because I was talking the truth and they trying me. Am I good now? Because I don't have a problem. We'll fight all day. Actually, I want to bind up the spirits. I want to bind them up today. And I don't need an angel number to do that. Dear Lord, I'm binding up every spirit, every enemy, every malfunction, every dysfunction, every interruption, every pain, every tragedy. I'm binding it up in your name, Lord. Amen. More distraction. Oh, that's a pleasant distraction. Elaine bought her ticket for Comedy in Harlem. Thank you, Elaine. And I'll refund it if we don't get at least 20 people to the place only holds about 30 or 40. My lips are dry. So chakra, I've learned to listen to my body and not try and force and push. Like for what? We're all of a certain age now. And one of my Jack and Jill sisters sent out a birthday invitation today because she just turned 40. And I had to sit back and say, 40 is not, not necessarily long in the tooth, but it ain't spring chicken. And I'm like, wow, that could have been my child. You know what I mean? If I was getting my coochie popping without protection back then. So I've learned to listen to my body and not force it. And hopefully my Jonesies, Grownsies understand when mother just can't push through. So, and then I had a lot of work to do yesterday. I had a lot of catching up to do. I am not tech savvy. So it takes me extra time to edit stuff. And I'm trying to get these podcasts and these clips out. And then Nikki released a clip of our interview. And I don't want y'all to confuse that with my stuff or that with R&B Divas New York. So I'm trying to get stuff done. And it's just a lot. So I don't have the luxury of popping on in the middle of the day necessarily. What is this on my leg anymore? So the issue with the roast is that the roast was basically an excuse for white people in this climate that we're in to just shed more disrespect. It was a clarion call. The whole roast was a fucking clarion call to other MAGAs, to other races, to other supremacists, to continue the abhorrent behavior that they have been displaying as seen on social media, as seen on news programs, and as some of you guys see in your day-to-day. It was just a pass to make fun of Black people, to make us a monolith, to put us all in a, like, it was disgusting. And the only thing, I'll go to your comments. And then I'm going to play some of it for you. So, spoiler alert, get the fuck on if you ain't ready to see it. Not gonna lie, this kind of reminds me of back in the Hot 97 in the morning days. Oh, B, I'm glad. That makes me smile. Thank you. And I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad you were there then. Spread the word. Hi, AO. Jonesy, some of us are doing rounds and can't be here when you start. We can pop in. Okay. All right. So sometimes I'll be getting in my feelings. And I'm like, wait a minute. Why am I leaving it for the latelys to come? When the people that are here, they deserve it. All right, Nandy. Hey, Giddy. Nandy, all right, I'll put it up. I'll keep it up. But y'all know how I be feeling. I appreciate y'all, the ones that's actually here, right? Not necessarily. Kitty, you know your mic is off? Oh, he chose to mute himself, it says. Okay, that's dedication. Giddy's on the move. He gonna get it. Giddy is driving and live, child. All right, so let me move. I'm going to show you some video from the roast. I'm just going to get right into it. I'm not going to play no games. I'm not going to drag this out. What is she? Wait.
To the door, hey, the alarms have to be sounded. Everywhere you go, we need to be telling people as soon as we walk through the door, hey, do you know what happened with the Supreme Court? Do you understand that when you talk about Jim Crow, that the Voting Rights Act and specifically Section 2 was there to stop Jim Crow? That was a mechanism to fight the laws, oppressive laws, and abuse against our people. And now they have decided that that Donald Trump's Supreme Court, his Supreme Court, it is no longer a Supreme Court that is separate and apart, that has a level of independence from Donald Trump. They are clearly working directly with this administration to fulfill a mission, and that mission is Project 2025. And so the alarms have to be sounded.
I can't do it this morning. Yes, the alarms have to be sounded, but niggas got to get up and stop thinking that their votes don't count, because that's why we're here. And everybody's grown. Obviously, you have to be grown in order to be able to vote. But we're going right back to where we were in the early 60s. And we're thinking that racism doesn't exist. And when we talk about it, they guilt us out. The 57, the older people right now in their 60s and 70s, the white ones, they were those kids that were spitting on us, that didn't want to share buses with us. This is them. This is them. They were the teachers. They were the parents of the kids. This is them. They're in these positions, and they don't want to get the fuck out of the positions, even though they're aging out and they're senile, and the Supreme Court needs to be gone. There need to be limits on those terms. This is just fucking outrageous. And again, you either with us or you not. Anybody got time to be saying, oh no, I agree with some things. Anybody that's voting Republican I can't fuck with you. Point, period. I don't care your reasons. They do not serve us and our rights and our freedoms and our liberties. And they, believe it or not, even if you didn't intend on that being a reason why you were voting Republican, that's what it's looking like. It's fucking war. And I am that slave that I'm not, no, and you're not going to play in my face. So let me just get right to the roast. The stuff that I was able to record.
Kevin's so short that they're going to have to lynch him from a bonsai tree.
And I don't even think, I don't like that. Hold on. Let me start here.
And speaking of black men who once made an impact years ago, Kevin Hart. Here's a fun fact about Kevin. Kevin has a 44-inch vertical leap. And I know that because he can kiss his wife on the lips. Being 5'1" sucks, but at least you can tell him apart from all the other blacks. Yeah, they told me to be racist, huh? What am I going to make fun of? Oh, you got a huge dick and you're a billionaire? Yeah. When you see Kevin stand next to all his normal-sized black friends, he looks like the period at the end of a sentence. Yes, Kevin, thank you. This is where, to really understand Kevin's origins, you have to go back to the beginning. Kevin's ancestors came to America in a slave ship in a bottle. Yeah.
That's Draymond Green.
Yeah. A bottle. He grew up in Philadelphia, where his mother worked at the University of Pennsylvania, and his father was one of the California Raisins. was joking around. He wasn't raising anybody. Unfortunately, that's true. Kevin's dad wasn't there for him because he was addicted to cocaine, which is a lot more respectable than not being there for your kids because you're filming fucking Jumanji 3. That's pathetic. A lot of people say Kevin's movies are formulaic. Yeah. Baby formula. That was the best one. Because we were like, baby formula. And every time you put one of Kevin's movies on, you say to yourself, I see where this is staying. Now, he wasn't always a movie star. He's had a few setbacks. Kevin got a DUI. Isn't that funny? Just a little tiny DUI. His feet barely reaching the pedals. It's a cute DUI. It was actually, honestly, it was a pretty serious accident. He wrapped this micro machine around the dandelion.
This isn't the offensive part,
Anyway,
people.
Things got worse for Kevin only a few years later when he got fired from the Oscars for homophobia. They found an old tweet of his where he said if his son was gay, he would break a dollhouse over his head. I know, that's crazy. He used to be funny. How about that? That was really funny. That was so long ago. After that, after he got fired for being homophobic, he went on an apology tour. We had to go around and do interviews and shit. And in one of the interviews, he said, "I'm in love with the man I'm becoming." Gay? Fucking homo? Dude. I'm gonna break a dollhouse over his head after that fucking shit. I guess one of the reasons no one can afford a house in America these days is because Kevin keeps breaking them over his son's fucking head.
Not even
A
funny.
few months ago, Kevin performed at the Riyadh Comedy Festival sponsored by the Saudi government.
That's not even, this is not even the,
Kevin is so short. Kevin's so short that they're going to have to lynch him from a bonsai tree.
why are we talking about lynching? Why are we talk like it's normal conversation that this is what y'all do? We talk about lynching. And y'all, look at y'all dumbasses laughing.
That was 3 weeks of deliberation on that joke. I understand how serious the word lynch is, but bonsai is so funny. Anyway, you're the fucking man, and I'm happy to be here. I genuinely love you, and seriously, you're a once-in-a-lifetime talent, and unfortunately, that lifetime is ours. Let's get this fucking show started.
I couldn't even get all of the stuff that I wanted to show y'all. But there's another comedian that comes on and starts making fun of George Floyd and saying how he's in hell looking up. He says he's looking up to us all. And like, just like y'all don't, they don't. And again, the black folks in that room laughing are on the front line of the fucking reason why, are part of the problem. The black people rush in to get material to have these ostentatious costumes made for the Met Gala when we got to decide between gasoline in our cars and healthy choices in groceries for our families. The ostentatious, egregious greed and wealth is disgusting. It's disgusting. If Beyonce and Jay-Z have chosen that side, and everybody else that was at the Met Gala that looks like me and you was there, that's the side they chose. Because they see what the fuck is going on with their biggest supporters, and they're down with the shit. And for Byron Allen, of all people, who sued NBC, that's how he got his humble beginning, sued them. And you in there laughing? The man went in on George Floyd. Like it's okay. It wasn't funny. It's not funny when you... So who's to blame in this instance? Because you know I always need somebody to fucking blame. Then they called Cheryl Underwood a donkey. Said something about her. What was the joke? Her pronouns are he, her. That's a little funny, but stop. But it's a roast, but not to her. Said Chelsea Handler's middle name is Penis. Okay. But it was vile and it was an excuse. It was an excuse for those type of white people to get their shit off. Those devil-loving, devil-worshiping white people to get their shit off. At our expense. Once again, we sitting there, hee, 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 hoo, 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 hee, 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 hee. Oh, Tony Blue. That explains it. Let me applaud you. That was his humiliation ritual. Yep. For the elites. Yep. That's that. And I absolutely believe all of it. I didn't always, but after watching how they made the whole scene look like it was hell, everything red lighting, flames on the stage, and then the guy coming out in an outfit looking like what Lucifer, what they show us Lucifer to be in magazines and in on TV shows. Bald head, people believe what the fuck you see. Yup, Debbie. Usher was okay until he started singing of ad-lib. He changed the words to one of his songs. I can't remember. Let it go. He was saying to Kevin, let it go. You're not funny no more. But some of his notes was off, but whatever. Whatever, Usher. Yeah, watch it and then throw it away. Satan's followers, yup. It's the clarion call. They're getting bold. Because they know now is their time to be seen and not be shamed and to be embraced. Hi, Monique. Right. And then Usher offered him 2 cherries. He had a drink in one hand, offered 2 cherries. Like all the sublims. I don't want to watch that shit. That shit does not fulfill me. It's definitely the sacrificial thing for the elites. Like he said, they told him to be racist. Okay, well, I'm canceling Netflix and Kevin Hart. Regina Hall did not. I think Regina Hall was there to support Kevin. Like he had people on stage, other comedians. So I'm guessing that they were there to be support. I know Tiffany Haddish was there as much as money as Kevin have loaned her to keep her ass afloat after they canceled her. But they were getting strays at them too. And Regina Hall was looking very straight-faced and non-laughing. Right. They would never make a joke about the Holocaust. They would never, ever. Talking about slave ships and black people. The next comedian came in and said something about black people always start fighting. You go always, something, the niggas, instead of saying niggas, he says ninjas. But he dragged it out like, and I will still fucking cut your face. It's due time for it. I'll still do it. That's what it's got to come down to. Let me go to the things that I pulled up yesterday before I even watched it. I'm just so sick of them. Here it is. Here it is.
George Floyd is looking up at us all, laughing so hard that he can't breathe. God bless you, Kevin. God bless this room. And God bless the United States of America. Thank you so much. George Floyd is looking up at us all, laughing so hard that he can't breathe. God bless you, Kevin. God bless this room. And God
Kevin's
bless the
still
United
smiling.
States of America. Thank you so much. George Floyd is looking up.
George Floyd's family blasts Tony Hinchcliffe, that's his name, don't even know this cracker, over can't breathe joke at Kevin Hart roast. Says it's sad for the culture.
George Floyd is.
Kevin is so short. Kevin's so short that they're going to have to lynch him from a bonsai tree.
So that is Shane Gillis. He was the host for the roast of Kevin Hart. And from the start of the show, he said that there was going to be a lot of racist jokes, and well, there was. I don't know if I would call them jokes, though. From making fun of how black Cheryl Underwood was, to alluding that there was going to be a joke comparing a black woman to Aunt Jemima, talking about Kevin Hart's family coming over to America in a slave ship that was a bottle, to probably one of the most disgusting jokes I've ever heard.
The black community is so proud of you right now. George Floyd is looking up at us all, laughing so hard that he can't breathe.
And I would like to mention that all of these jokes came from white men. But before I wrap this up, I want to go back to the lynching joke. The Equal Justice Initiative reports that there have been roughly 4,075 racial terror lynchings of African Americans from 1877 until 1950. In 1981, Michael Donald was abducted and lynched by the KKK. Not to mention the suspicious hangings of Raynard Johnson in 2000, Freddie Jermaine Carter in 2010, Otis Byrd in 2015, or Damar Travion Trey Reed, who I just reported on last year. The civil rights organization Julian says that there have been more than 70 suspected modern-day lynchings from 2000 to 2025. So no, a joke about lynching is not a joke. It's racism. But for this video, I want to hear just from the black people. Do you think they went too far, or is that just the nature of roast? Let me know in the comments, and how's that for some black history?
Kevin is so short.
Oh, I'm glad. All right, wait. And then right off of that, watch this. Fuck him up. Fuck that cop up. Fuck him up. Fuck him up. All of y'all fuck him up. I'm going to jail anyway. You might as well.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
But I needed that after all of that. I need.
The homies going to jail. Said you going to jail tonight. The homies going to jail. Said you going to jail tonight. The homies going to jail. Said you going to jail tonight. Yeah. The homies going to jail. Said you going to jail tonight.
Unfortunately, that's what it's going to have to come down to. A lot of us are going to have to stand up and just realize that some of us are going to have to lose our lives, put our lives down for the ones coming behind us, our children even, and some going to wind up in jail. And we thought that was so old. Oh, marching for civil rights, that was a long time ago. They did talk about Cheryl Underwood's husband committing suicide, jumping off of a bridge. Yeah, it's just, they don't know when to stop. They think that they are really, these type of white people think that they're really untouchable. They really have no sense of the spiritual realm. Notice how I didn't say God, how I didn't say Allah, how I didn't say of the spiritual realm. That shit is real. Perhaps it's time to turn down the volume on these celebrities and to start celebrating the human talents within us and our community members. I agree. I agree, because you see, when they get around them, they don't give a fuck. Speaking of Black history, one of the underrated greats is Marion Barry. My boy was mayor and smoking crack at the same time. They talked about the Holocaust, the network would have been shut down. But the only reason why the Jews have power to keep the devilish white men up off of them and their history is because they got reparations to build their shit. See, they keep us at a loss. We can't ever... We don't have a country that's ours that we can go to when we need a break to remind us of our greatness. We don't, because Africa may or may not be ours. They don't want us. And we don't have accumulated wealth, like enough of us. Some of us do, but some of us don't. And they keep us this way. It would be easy to give us reparations, but they keep us this way, so we're always beholden to them. So even in all the boycotting they know will only last for so long. And they own everything. And they like to keep us from having complete autonomy, whatever financial gain would give one, to be able to protect you and yours and to shut their shit down. That's why they will never give us that. And that's why they're trying to roll back the gains that we've made. I saw a sis. Yeah, now we went from not being able to say anything to now they can say whatever the fuck and anything and everything. They can. When we say something, we be the first ones to cancel each other. They say it, and we sitting there kikiing and laughing after paying $500 for a ticket, or maybe $1,000. This is why they keep us. You can only get so far. This is why all of that. Go to school, get your degree. You know, you'll get a great job. You'll be able to change your outlook or your outcome. No, it's all a lie. It's all a lie. They go to school. They're fucking mediocre. You know good and well you done went all the white kids you was in class with were not smart and brilliant. You know that. And I remember, like, there was a post that sent me how, when I was younger, how I, in class, the experience of being the only Black girl, or maybe one of two, in all of my classes growing up, shaped how I present and how I shrink in places where I go now. And it's all them and me, but I have to show up, right? Hold on. I'm going to lose that thought because I have to write a letter to the school. Send email. So last night, Chase stayed at the house, came out the shower because the fire or the smoke detector was going off. He said he read the smoke detector was saying carbon monoxide detected. He said, I got the hell up out of there. He said, don't ask me if I turned off lights. I don't remember. I got out. Then he said, because the last thing I wanted to do was wake up Dad. Get out, Jay. Get out of my room and go lay down. So I have to write a note to the school to let them know that even though I'm trying to put him closer, now this is happening. So back to what I'm saying, this is all by design to keep us always needing. Even with the boycott, they're asking us to boycott the SEC because of all of the rights being rolled back and the blatancy. But I'm like, you do that and then you affect our kids up here, right? You boycott those schools. Those kids still have to go to school. Now they're gonna come with their 6'7" asses up here, and then where our boy's supposed to go. I'm conflicted. But back to my original point about a lot of the shit that we were trained to be in spaces with them and told that we needed to do to be able to exist side by side with them, and God forbid, become their bosses, supervisors, and otherwise. Now it don't make sense. We need to start holding our money and sponsor local talent shows, small picnics, community cleanups. Are we called upon to be present stewards? Doing this means showing up and maintaining. That is Thames's comment. Oh, set in stone, good morning. And I need the good, mean, and white people to step up, speak out, and assist with this justice claim. You're damn right. I have faith that they will. I think they felt in that Kevin Hart roast just as uncomfortable as I felt in 1st through 6th grade. Shrinking. And then if you're that, so in my case, I was that white girl that was I was that black girl in the school with in the classes with all the white kids, right? And now that I look back on it, thank God for the TV show Everybody Hates Chris. Y'all weren't even those type of white kids. Like, there are some white kids who grow up with tutors round the clock from 1st grade. So they're always excelling. They're always, you know what I mean? And then the other white kids that grow up like us, parents working, don't have time to give extra attention to the schoolwork. You do the schoolwork while you have a teacher in the classroom and maybe a little after school, and then that's it, right? The basics. But somehow they all think they deserve that title of being a scholarly. And in the work world, they all assume that they need to be vice president or supervisor simply because of their whiteness. And then all the things that we've been taught, keep your head down, study, work hard, get all the degrees. All the degrees. And then, you know, you'll also have loan debt. But those jobs, after you get all the degrees, will cover the loans and you'll be all right. And now, no. Now, not so much. This is the good white people fight to fight. They're the only ones who can call out the BS. I mean, the fact that he felt comfortable enough to say that. And then look, this is more of their dirty work.
All right. Say, my name's Larry, and I volunteer for this.
Wait, hold on. Let me take a deep breath.
Okay.
My name's Larry, and I volunteer to this. Oh! 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 Come on! Come on!
Now you get on. I'm so proud of you, Larry.
Do you see what they did? He has a disability, an intellectual disability, and they got him to volunteer to test out an electric chair, an electric vest. The vileness of you trash. The vileness. Hold on, I'm getting hot. I can't. Is it cold outside? What's going on outside? It might be these damn lights. Hold on, I got me a new fan. Ugh. Nikki had a good one. It was loud though. It's like a mini air conditioner. I do not come to you with triggers, but I can't sit idly by with lollipops and rainbows and leprechauns and unicorn conversations. Now, we just told you how at the Kevin Hart roast, Cheryl Underwood caught many strays. Her ex-husband, or her ex-husband, who committed suicide, caught many strays. Don Lemon actually sat down with Cheryl Underwood, and this is what she had to say.
For people that are watching us, we're professional comics, but there are things that if you don't have a line where you say, I can't cross that line, I will not do that, I will not say that, it's going to stop your career, because I'm writing a book right now and it's called I'm Fat Because of You. And I'm going to tell all the stories of my life, my disagreement and life with my mother who gave birth to me, the things that happened in my career. But one of the things I want to talk about is when I said no to certain things in the entertainment business, and it took me longer than most. So to your point, Dom, there were things that I'm glad I got a chance to say as a professional comic in a roast. It's in a roast. That's the difference. If it's personal, if you're saying it to hurt me, you might get stole on, or you'll never see me again. But if we're roasting each other based on the truth that's out there, but we're doing it with love, that's a personal thing between comics. For people that are watching us,
so
we're professional comics.
I don't know. Maybe I missed something. Where was the love? And again, it's not with love when it's to an entire race. And it's not with love when you're speaking of someone that's not a comic, George Floyd, who still has children, who still have video that they can watch that they're probably still being tormented by, right? That's still out there that they have to relive every day. Like, Cheryl is you're such a disappointment. I knew when you got on the Cooning Broadcast System Network, CBS, I knew you had to cave, because you were one of the ones that held on to something while you did get a late start. But to watch you now sit here and justify, that doesn't even make sense. Your argument doesn't even support. You are a public figure. The Floyd family is not. The rest of us Black people who potentially have sons that could have, one day wind up having an incident with cops or wind up getting lynched, or always every day, our Black men, our Black boys are constantly being tested. For you to make that statement, it doesn't even, you don't have the space. Who are you to make that statement and say, because, don't hide. Stop hiding behind the title and think, I'm not going to call shit. We ain't got time for that. This is another distraction. We don't got time for Kevin Hart and the white people. We know how y'all feel about us. It's fucked up that y'all did it on Netflix. We going to circle back to y'all later at some point, or y'all going to get shut the fuck down. But we got to figure it out. We got to stop saying, oh, it's not my problem. Oh, it's this person's fight. Oh, it's the people that didn't vote. We got to stop, because the train is coming. The fucking train is coming. And we got to put our shit on real quick and put on a strong front of unity, of unify, and fuck these crackers up. It really worked. Yeah, they're not smarter just because they're white. I'm missing good comments. I know. I got to go back. When he said George Floyd is looking up at us, that's not about you, Cheryl, but it's about someone that could have been you.
That no matter how much black people have, they're still just gonna act like ninjas. Let's fight.
You done lost your damn mind.
You've done good though, Kevin. The black community is so proud of you right now. George Floyd is looking up at us all, laughing so hard that he can't breathe.
Just get up. What do you want? I can't breathe. Please. I can't breathe. They gonna kill me, man. Put your feet on his neck, man. You get out the
His nose is bleeding. Like, come on now.
That's wrong.
Y'all gotta hold him down.
I can't even. I can't.
Nobody watched that, right?
You can just watch the clips online, then you gotta wait till the end to see who the writers were, and then you go back and watch it. And you was like, wow, not a lot of black writers, but a lot of black jokes. Some of those weren't even jokes, they were just straight up racist. But hey, Netflix,
Nobody watched that, right?
You can just watch the clips online, then you.
So what do we do, people?
You know, the more I hear from this.
The thirst for inflicting pain on us is so diabolical. And the thirst from us to be accepted by that trash. But we can't expect them to know the definition of love. Because they're the same ones that shove their, kill their elderly for insurance policies and send them to homes so they don't have to be bothered with them. Rate says they've made jokes about the Holocaust. I haven't heard them, and it wasn't this time. It wasn't the. So, thank you for bringing that to my awareness. But this is what I'll say: we have not been in a time. The Jews have not experienced the times that we Black people are experiencing now and have been experiencing for the last however many years. The Jews were made whole. The Jews were made whole. So I guess it is okay. They feel all right with jokes because at the end of the day, they got the last laugh. Us, not so much. So I take back my statement and I reframe it by saying, I guess it's easy to be joked about when you know you walked away with the bag and now you run everything. It's okay. But that's not ever been our dynamic. We've always been fighting. It's like a whack-a-mole. We get this, they take that. We get that, they take that and that. And we're always fighting. And it's just, we never get an opportunity to be left the fuck alone, to be fucking having our own, right? Even that ridiculous looking, that basketball bitch, Caitlin Clark, with that MAGA clown. So again, this is why they're trying to make her the face of the WNBA. And yet constantly got us people coming down on, what's the girl's name? Candace something? Is that the other? I don't know the names, but I know the game. And I see what's being done. So you want to put the franchise behind her and make us think that the reason why now they're making some changes to the franchise and giving the women a little more respect with their salary is because of this needle nose bitch who's minimally talented and MAGA adjacent. Okay. Angel Reese, thank you. They stay motherfucking trying to get us to fight and point out her shortcomings. And I love the fact that she gives us her entire black ass to kiss every time. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Shifting gears real quick. I don't even know what to call her. Cheyenne Bryant. Can't call her doctor no more because now there's no proof that she ever got a doctorate. She says Argosy University shut down and wiped out all proof of her doctorate degree and dissertation. This is why I say, I mean, if that's the case, and with a name like Argosy University, you should have known that shit was going to be shut down because I don't even know if it was accredited. I'd have made copies of my shit. You don't have a copy of your degree? A copy of your degree should be enough. But with a name like that and a program that probably wasn't, you should have known it was some janky shit going along with that. So I don't even know what to tell you, sis. But you won't be the distraction today. So, all my New Yorkers out there, I've got some news for you. I don't know if it's good. I don't know how you're going to take it, but the governor is trying to put a device in your cars that controls your speed for you. Because there's so many out of control speeders, especially if you've ever had an accident or someone you know or care about, loved one was in I don't want to say DUI because just because you're speeding doesn't mean you were under the influence, but you know what I mean. Got in a crash with someone that was violating the speed limit. This could be good for your life.
I am flooring it right now, and I mean that literally. My foot is on the ground. And as you can see, the maximum speed is the speed limit +6. The reason for that is this little box right here. It's called Intelligent Speed Assistance. It senses the speed limit of the road that I'm on and will prevent me from exceeding it. And it's a device that New York State Governor Hochul is planning to bring to vehicles around the city. To be clear, this is not going to be installed in every car in New York. The legislation is tackling what people call super speeders, drivers who have gotten more than 16 speeding violations in a year. There are already more than 14,000 vehicles in New York City that meet that criteria. Drivers who get ticketed by speeding cameras do not get points added to their license, which is why you have some drivers continuing to be on the road after racking up dozens or even hundreds of these tickets. Since 2023, the worst super speeder in New York City has racked up over 1,000 speeding violations. And that's significant because speeding is involved in nearly a third of all traffic fatalities. A driver going at 30 miles per hour is twice as likely to kill someone than if they were driving at 25 miles per hour in a crash. While the device is designed to cap speeds, there is flexibility in how it is installed in different vehicles. There is this giant red button here that says override, and that is how I would override the system and exceed the speed limit. But while the override button exists, the individual who has this device installed in their vehicle may have more restrictions on how many times or if ever they can use the override. Critics argue that the technology is invasive and could endanger drivers if it malfunctions. But the technology is not unprecedented. In fact, the manufacturers of this device also make the breathalyzer ignition locks that you might find in other cars. The CDC has said that those devices have actually reduced repeat DUIs by 70%. The finer details of the program have not yet been ironed out because this legislation is part of the executive budget, which has not yet passed. Advocates have been pushing for this technology for years, but so far it's run into opposition from legislators. And while the bill is up for debate at the state level, it would only be implemented within the city. This is part of a broader raft of actions by the city and state to make New York City streets safer. Mayor Mamdani early this year already announced
that we are going to reduce the speed limit to 15 miles per hour outside all eligible 2,300 school zones.
And that's important because many of these speeding violations take place close to schools, where speed cameras are already installed. But if the legislation is included in the executive budget, supporters of the bill hope that it's going to make streets safer and also significantly reduce traffic fatalities. I am flooring it right now.
So thoughts, concerns. I bet all that was invented by a black person. All them devices, I bet you. Waste of money. How about lowering insurance prices in New York City? How about that? And in Jersey. Don't leave us out. done raised my shit without even, they raised it once, raised it twice, $1,300 a month. And I'm hoping that's including Che, because you know they just do a random, they get a notice when there's a new driver in your household, they get a notice. And they raise that money. And I'd say, I know there are things you can do, like with Jalen. I'm like, he don't drive 9 months out of the year. When he's at school, he's not driving. But I don't even know. I don't know. And now, what if you're trying to get away from somebody that's trying to do you harm? And then they wind up doing you fucking harm. Can you sue the state? Let's talk about what they did to Natasha Cloud. All right, let me look that up. Or you want to share? Because I got stuff that I pulled. Let's go over here.
Our ancestors will work to death. To death. Recently, they unearthed the slave cemetery. They unearthed actually a slave cemetery in New York City. It's on Wall Street, by the way, in the shadow of the bull. Unearthed the slave cemetery. So here in all these skyscrapers, in the middle of it is this little cemetery. And there's slaves in that cemetery. More important than that was what the bones told us. Because, now, you got CSI. Hell, I can go in there and tell you what's going on now. So with the CSI thing, now, they've discovered a little bit about the bones. And to me, the most phenomenal thing about the bones is what they told us about those people and how they live. Majority of the people in there were children, infants and children, high mortality, infant mortality rate. They even know what they died of. Died of malnutrition and starvation, because they could tell by the rotting of the teeth and the jawline. So even though they most likely grew food, they weren't allowed to eat it. And then they found something even more peculiar that speaks to this idea of why he believed we required less sleep. They would show a large frame man, and they would find an injury where the muscle actually detached itself from the bone as a result of exertion and not injury. Stay with me. It detaches itself from the bone as a result of exertion. That means you work so hard, the muscle detached itself from the bone. You don't see those kind of injuries in contemporary society because no one's going to work that hard. Unless, of course, you have a gun trained on you from sunrise to sunset. So we do have empirical evidence of how hard folks work.
Hence the statement, working to the bone. In my opinion, that's where it came from. Right? So they didn't teach us this, and now it's coming out. And y'all have the nerve, you crack-ass crackers, the ones that I described earlier. I'm not going to be explaining. If this ain't you, but don't apply, let it fly. Y'all crack-ass crackers have the nerve to call us lazy. If I never worked again in my motherfucking life, I stand on the shoulders of my ancestors that worked to the motherfucking bone. Don't you dare. Don't you fucking goddamn dare. So this is why y'all don't have the space or the place to be looking at us and talking to us. And we've done our part. We always do our part. It's in our DNA to do our fucking part. You guys are the animals. You guys are the devil worshiping animals. Remember, you came from caves. Never forget. Miss C, I think it went up because 13 for car insurance. Yep. It's a racket. And it's probably because there's 2 under 25. And of course, when you ask the no good father, put Jalen on your shit. That's the least you could do. He puts him on and then puts him on as a non-driver. Like, what? And then was loud and proud sending me the paperwork. Like, I did it. I took care of our son. No, you didn't. Now, if he gets pulled over while he's driving, he probably won't be covered. But you did it playing the game. Like, see, I did it. But you put that little one caveat in there. Dummy. And going to let our son be driving thinking he's all covered and have friends in the car. Like, just stupid. Just stupid. Not stupider than, can you mind your business, please? And put him on the phone and let me talk to him. Let me talk to my son. Jalen, I'm about to send 2 cars over there. My friend going to bring them to the house. You pick which one you want and we'll send the other one back. Right? So I minded my business. Jalen was like, Mom, chill. Can you please let my... Okay. My sisters, you know, they older than me. They didn't seen his kind. They know that whole... They said, we about to send you some money because that boy going to be disappointed for his birthday. And the birthday is a week before Christmas. So that's going to bleed into Christmas. So before that even happens, go and find him a car. That's what my sister said. They knew John wasn't shit from when they met him. Talking about, this is our house. No, it's not your house. You got the paper house on Trebbing Lane in Willenboro. Remember, I shouldn't have all this house, but when my sisters came to visit, is this our house? What? So Jalen's sitting there home, waiting for the friend to come. He calling, John not answering. Calling, John not answering. Do 2 cars ever come? Do a friend ever come? John will let all that time go by so he don't have to face the fucking music. Why? Because you just wanted to have a moment. You dreamed that would happen one day, but you didn't live your life right to be able to create that day. And instead of you just shutting up and not disappointing him by raising the hope and then him crashing down, you just had to feel like that could be your life. Like you could be that guy in that moment. Disappointment, your son be damned. That's the type of mental fuckery that I can't. Hi, Arthur. I can't. Even the phrase when somebody asks how you doing and you answer, I can't complain. Right. That's literal. Because back then you couldn't. I have said, you know, the kids find out, the kids see who the parents are. Like, why even build it up? Why even, and we only on the story because of the insurance and the nigga. And after I wound up getting the car, I asked for the insurance play, and he plays it out, thinks he's slick, and gonna put him down as a non-driver. Just that's a level of stupid niggerness that was in my life. But I realized that I needed that moment, that 20-second fuck, to get my wonderful son here. Right? And kids are a blessing. Right. Non-driver means not covered, which why the fuck would you do that? You know why I'm coming to you, dummy. But you the nigga that's going to do some bullshit like that just so that Tarsha doesn't win the argument or Tarsha doesn't. And then, God forbid, some shit happen and you don't even have money out of pocket to pay for the non-cover. Like, just a running and a hiding ass nigga. Instead of doing the right thing and figuring some shit out because you know you got a son coming down the pipeline, your shit is over. Step out the way and create something for him. If that, 20 seconds is grace. Just say you can't do it, but that be the pride and the ego. But I'm like, how do you have pride and ego when everybody can see that you can't do it? You moved from Willingboro to Atlanta, and to this day still have not gotten your own apartment. You've been living from woman to woman to woman. So I know you probably can't do it, but you better figure some shit out. Or else I'm going to drag you back in front of the white man or the white bitch with the gavel. The only reason I didn't do that is because once he started having them half-breeds, I said, oh no, because the courts are not fair and courts do not care. They will cut your shit in half or by a third. So take a little $250 that you get and be good with that. And it's sad that the courts don't give a fuck when it comes to us. Hi, Asia. Good morning. No, I was just talking about how my car insurance went up to $1,300 without a letter, a notice, or anything. And they would say it's probably because both the boys are underage, under 25. I was triggered with the thought of how when I asked John to put Jalen on his insurances, I wound up paying for the car that he lied and said he was going to get. And of course, Jalen believed it, because why wouldn't he believe his father? Because the father has no... Kids think that their parents or their dads are superheroes. And I never wanted to step in the way of that shit. I'd have been grateful, happy. I would have helped pay for the car. I would have helped. But he wanted it to be his own thing. But there was never going to be a car, because you don't even have a house or an apartment. So how you... car? Fuck out of here. Lady of Flight, thank you, but I don't know if it always serves me, child. I just be wanting to help somebody else avoid having babies with people that ain't gonna measure up, that already is shaky. Pay attention to them red fucking flags. Pay attention, because then they become red freaking... They go from flags to sheets, and sheets to damn blankets. So, all right.
Johnny, think again.
All the other Viltrumites are scared of me.
So it says, new leaked Epstein file suggests the NBA is scripted and the champions have already been decided from 2019 to 2026. It says, I can't even see this shit. Hi, Jeffrey. How are you? Where are you? And when are you coming back to New York? Here's the updated list of NBA champions for the next 10 years. Now, this could be AI. I don't know where this even comes from, the source. And I don't give a fuck, really. I don't believe in any of the sports, because I'm a gambler. And I know where somebody can cheat, somebody will cheat. And the house always wins. So I don't give a fuck. Unless it's tricks and stuff that they doing on the court. Yeah, I like the tricks. I like the bowls from all the way, more than halfway down the court going in. Look, stupid. It's a better way to say it, and I don't know how. But I like the tricks that they do. Like, that's why I like the All-Star game. I like tricks that they do during some matches, during the games. I enjoy that. Anything less than that, I don't give a fuck. Because, like I said, where somebody can scam, they will scam. Show me a white boy, I'm going to show you a scam. And where there's an opportunity for a gamble, there's an opportunity for a scamble. Make no mistake. But I'm here for the athleticism. I'm here for the tricks and the twirls and the... Oh, wow, I can't believe he did it. But other than that, all that shit is, right, the Harlem Globetrotterism of it all. I don't care about this shit. This could all be AI to distract, get us kicked up. At the end of the day, Everybody in the league is getting fucking paid. Their shit is more upgraded than many of us, so they still win. This 10 former child actors exposing pedophiles in Hollywood. You ready?
Pedophilia. Nobody talks about pedophilia. It's the big secret. And it's widespread.
Oh, yeah. I was surrounded by them. He called me at a friend's house on the weekend where I was having a sleepover, the producer. And he pretended that we had an appointment that I'd forgotten about. And he had me come to the appointment. My mom's out of town. He had me come to the appointment. And he was talking to me and then asked me to take my jacket off and turn around so they could see my body.
Just 14 years old.
Yeah, and I was, like 14, kind of like chubby with pimples or whatever. And my agent went to his office and punched me in the face.
2 men from that set began sexually abusing me. The abuse went on from movie to movie, from project to project for quite a few years after that. There's been many times in my life where I've been propositioned to get a huge role. I've lost my agency because I went to the hotel room, which I can't believe they would send me to, of a very prominent Oscar award-winning director who showed up in his robe, asked me to take my clothes off and said he needed to take Polaroids of me. And then if I did X, Y, and Z, I would be the next Marvel character. I didn't do that, and my agency fired me.
I went into the office of Arthur Freed, and he was going to talk to me about a movie he wanted to put me in. I'm 12 years old, And I thought he was a producer, but instead he was an exhibitor. And I'd never seen anyone naked before, except myself. So I had no clue about what was happening. And so it struck me so funny, I laughed at him.
Former child star alleges that pedophilia has been a real issue in Hollywood. He tells the publication, quote, "There are a lot of vipers in this industry, people who only have their own interests in mind. What bums me about these situations is that the victims can't speak as loudly as the people in power. That's the tragedy of attempting to reveal what is happening to innocent people. They can be squashed, but their lives have been irreparably damaged." He goes on to allege that even as an adult in the industry, he has been, quote, "led down dark paths to realize that these things probably are still happening."
And then even that freaky, weird pedophile shit that be going on, you hear about it, but it's dark and demonic energy that this industry was built on. And people manipulate young women, they manipulate kids. At the end of the day, it's all for the dollar and all to feed their ego. So I've seen some shit where you're like, that's just not right. That person shouldn't be talking to that person. That person shouldn't be in a room with that person alone.
But also the scariest thing is Rodney would refuse to wear clothes. I didn't know this until I met him, but why wouldn't he refuse to wear clothes? No, listen to this. There's too much here. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to have another show. No. I mean, he refuses to wear clothes. He wears a red silk robe that he's had for 12 years, and he doesn't wear anything underneath it. And so it was very traumatizing for me to go. I think it's traumatizing for us hearing that. I am traumatized, But that's part of who he is. It's Rodney. You got to respect that. I go to read through for the script the first week of shooting, and he would just be sitting there, in his silk robe.
He reaches out and places his hand on my knee. I get goosebumps. You're cold, he says, concerned. I don't think that's why I got the goosebumps, but I agree. He pats my shoulders and then the pat turns into a massage. I want to say something, to tell him to stop, but I'm so scared of offending him.
Let's talk about the massages. It was wrong. It was wrong that I ever put anybody in that position. It was the wrong thing to do. I'd never do it today. I'm embarrassed that I did it then. I apologize to anybody that I ever put in that situation.
Lots of weird things happen to kids all the time, all around the world, every day. I have something to show for it. So it's nice. So
that's a weird way to describe a movie career.
Yeah, pretty much.
Lots of weird things happen to kids.
Yeah, man,
I got some money out of it.
Look,
pedophilia. Nobody talks about pedophilia. It's the big secret. And it's widespread.
Oh, yeah.
So for many people that set out for careers in Hollywood, careers in the acting world, I guess this might give closure, and reason being why it didn't work, because that was not the path that you were supposed to take, right? Probably serves for closure. Probably helps you explain all those years of sacrifice and it never quite cracking. I say the same thing about the music industry. That's how I feel. I understand now why some were chosen, others were not, because who you were chosen by is not who I serve anyway. I'll say it again. Who you were chosen by is not who I serve. So that wasn't going to work for me regardless. And some people don't have anything. So what was the saying? Somebody said, you either get in a relationship with someone that was raised to survive or someone that was raised to love. And you'll know the difference once you get in a relationship, because the person that was raised to survive puts themselves first. And the person that was raised to love knows how to love on you properly. Afro Queen, good morning. Yeah, man, I see y'all sliding in here. I'm sorry. Right. 10 different people can't have 10 different, and those are just 10. Imagine the others that ain't around anymore. Watch that Kevin Hart Netflix thing. You don't get to Oh, let's see if Ron P is around. You don't get to do all those things to kids and then apologize. Like I said, I'm sorry. No. Get that tone, that frustrated tone out your motherfucking voice. Hold on. I'm gonna send Ron the link. Let's see if he can join us. I just sent him the link. All right, I just looked at my phone, so I probably shouldn't do it during showtime. So remember I told you about my high school boyfriend, Ron Lawrence, who wound up being a big bad boy producer. He actually wound up producing I Never Knew Love and Hypnotized by Biggie and a whole bunch of other songs. You guys remember? I need like 10 I remembers before I can share this with you. He just texted me and I want to show you. Giddy, they want to know, do you realize that we're watching your whole commute?
Hello, everyone. I wasn't trying to be on, but I couldn't figure out how to bring myself back down because I think you brought me up when you put me up. So that's why I muted myself. Unless you guys would know that I'm in Queens already.
Queens, get the money.
A longer commute than I expected.
And they want to know where you're going.
I'm going to LI. I'm heading to Long Island. Be there in a little
to
bit.
Do a job. All right. Now, he just texted me. He says, "Good morning, Tarsha. I'm doing a segment on prom night from back in the day and wanted to know if I could include your prom photo." Do y'all want to see the picture he wants to include? Because we need to take a vote on this motherfucker. I think we should charge. Oh, you thought you were with the gloves and oh, aw, oh, and I still got the dress. I wore my prom dress a few times. I did talent shows in it, beauty pageants in it. I got used to that. I actually have more. Where them hands at? Little freshness. I had a lot of teethness going on. No, this is AI. He put this shit through AI. Because where's my gap? Yeah, no. This is no. Nope. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I don't know if you have copies. I have originals. I will send you copies of the originals, but do not post this picture of me looking like this. You see this girl's horse teeth? Those are not my motherfucking teeth, Ronald. Come on, stop. And your nose was not that wide. Stop it. Stop it, I say. What? Not that. This is not my face. Look at this face. That is not my face. Those are not my teeth. And where's my mustache? Nope. I'll be back. I'm going to show y'all the real thing. Because I pulled them out recently. I was showing Shay what a prom's supposed to look like. Look, I got the old album and everything. Nope, that is not me. Oh, you know what? And he made himself taller than me, too. He knows I was taller than him the whole relationship. This is me at prom with my friend June. June passed away. Can y'all see that? That's more light. This is when I won the Ms. MS New York pageant, the talent category. This was my 30th birthday. I was a promoter. But yeah, no, that picture is not real. That's the real picture. And this is a real picture. So no. Nope. Nope. Take that AI shit off of me. But why are you putting the AI on it? If you take the AI off, you could post it. He said, okay, but I'm posting this morning, so this pic won't make it. I just don't like the AI on it. Not saying yes. You said then show your calendar. You want the calendar picture from years later? Go ahead, you could use it. Because people ain't caring that much any damn way. I'm the one caught up in a gap. In AI shit. Go ahead, I don't care. Because by the time I send you this, you obviously already have the original. But I just don't, why must you put it through AI? Let's see the AI pic one more time. See the monkiness in the, like, that's not my lower. And I had a gap. Like, what are we doing? Look, those aren't my lips. That ain't my teeth. And those definitely aren't my, well, those might be my, forgot what my real eyebrows look like. Those could very well be my eyebrows. Definitely my mother's earrings. That could be my button nose, but that mouth, those teeth are not my teeth. I don't even know if that nose is my nose. Could be. Wait. Now I got to take a picture of it and blow it up and see. And do a side-by-side comparison. But that motherfucking hair was mine. Always had a head full. Bitch, what? If I ain't have nothing else, I had a head full of hair. And I guess I didn't appreciate it. All right, let's see. That's the real. Huh. So it doesn't look like a gap, even then. I don't know. What do y'all think? Oh, this one. Where'd it go? I don't even know the damn picture. Let's move on with the show, please. Ronald calling interrupting shit. And prom pictures. Both are beautiful. The real one looks real to me. All right, thank you. The real is better, right? I did look a little like Chrissy. Oh, Denai OZ Brooklynite. Beanie Man, Dougie Fresh video shoot on stage with Dougie in the Culture Club. Oh, wow. Those were the days. I definitely was there. Did he get lucky on prom night or no? Who asked that? I'd be mad if someone took away my gap. Free the gap. Free the gap. Man, I don't know. Why do the AI? But when you look at the original one, we're not going to get caught up on this. Not today. Ooh, but my cousin Felicia from Jersey City sent me a picture yesterday and said, Happy Mother's Day. And I said, is this me or you? And she said, silly, that is you in front of your own house on Chapel Avenue. What is going on here? What was my hair? Did I have it pulled up in a bun to the side and the bangs was always, I don't even remember owning a pink shirt. This must have been an Easter outfit because look at the belt and the shoes and the pants. What is that on the side? Like, what is that? A little slit on the side? How you slitting? That had to be Easter. I always was having a hand on the head. These Polaroids, child. This Polaroid sent me. This had to be Easter because the jeans look fresh. And I only used to go over to Jersey City. Oh, well, no, I had to go every other weekend. But I would only be dressed up like this if it was Easter after church. You know how you had two outfits? And my Uncle James, who used to live over here sometimes, he had the church on 135th Street and Convent. That's our family church. My grandfather started that church way, way, way back in the day. Anyway, my Uncle James took it over, and he used to give me his Bamberger's credit card to go shopping. Now, Bamberger's don't really have clothes for kids, but he would get me the church dress, and then my stepdad, who's my dad, would get me the after church clothes. And then sometimes I can get my biological dad, whose house I'm at right now, to get me another outfit just out of guilt. That is crazy. All that banging. Yeah, that had to be Easter. How you shebanging? Y'all remember them belts? Bambergers, yep. I was like, a Bambergers credit card, but bitch, you begging. You can't be choosing. This fucking wig is slide back again. You know what? Because I took the seam and tightened it to make it tighter. Giddy, what you looking at, Giddy? What is Giddy looking at? Mimi, that was the style. And the bang, the bang bang shrimp was my hair. That's why the 9, that's why none of these girls can't tell me that I wasn't there. Because I was there before they knew that their asses should be there. Now, if Alice with a Y was still alive, my ass wouldn't have been nowhere near there. I probably would have never even met Dougie, and I wouldn't have needed to, because I'd have been on my way to grad school. But because she died, I was outside every night, sometimes overnight, in that white town car, that red Cherokee Jeep, the gray van, and what was after the gray van? I forgot. I think I was out of a relationship by then. And then, no, that was that even a leather belt. That was that material like that. That material like cotton. You remember them belts that you could make the length? You flip that piece of metal up and then tighten it. Tighten and screw. That is crazy. But I love my cousin Felicia. I want to show y'all something. You know I'm good for a prop. So this is something that I'm including in Pink Champs because the women were there too. Since we are women of a certain age, and many of us come from towns or upbringings where our mouths have gotten us into situations where we might have burned a bridge or two, I have a segment called The Bridge is Over. And we're going to talk about what that bridge was that you burned, right? So I asked the question. It's on a piece of paper. And after my guest answers the question, I get out the lighter. Where's the lighter at? I get the lighter out. I take the paper that had the question on it. I don't have the paper. Say, for example, this was it. And I burn it in the cauldron. How you into witchcraft now? Wait, what? Don't be judgy. This was brilliance. Giddy, did you see the cauldron? This is what I forgot. That's what Yvette Michelle said. Where's the cauldron? I said, I forgot it. See the cauldron? It's a witty, itty bitty cauldron. But this is where we're going to put the little question and we're going to set it on fire because that's a burnt bridge.
For some of these people, you need bigger ones than that.
And it's heavy too. But who thinks like that? Oh, were they leaves or Jordashes? Hopefully, well, I don't even know because look at the bottom of them. You see that little slit on the side? I don't even know if I like the shoe, but I'm sure I begged somebody to buy them for me. And look, I know I was in a relationship with Ronald at this point because I had a necklace on. And Ronald gave me my first piece of jewelry because he had a part-time job. He got me my first piece of jewelry, my second, my third, my fourth, my. Oh boy. Right? Chachi and me, the cauldron hits, right? We just gonna burn that little question like the bridge and move on. Did Felicia have a little brother named David? Maybe. Do I have a cousin? Let me ask. Let me ask. I'm having trouble getting to my messages now. They keep wanting me to switch. I don't want to fuck the switch. I don't want to switch. I want my messages. Oh, goodness. Good morning, cuz. I'm showing my people on Jonesy in the morning the picture you sent me yesterday. And someone asked if you have a brother named David. And you know I need to know this, but back then I didn't know. Because she was the cousin around the corner. But Rhonda was older than me and Felicia. So Rhonda was always doing older things. And I got the luxury of being around an older cousin in another state. So you know what that means. Have we run some outdoor field tests for burning the bridge? We have not. Should we? Brenda, should we do it now? I got shit to do afterwards. Don't you know these motherfuckers gave me a parking ticket on my birthday? It's okay. I accept the ticket. It was on my birthday, and it was Shay's first football game because y'all remember he had to sit 5 games. So I was rushing, anxious. They know ain't no parking because it was like 50 cars parked behind me, and everybody looking at everybody else talking about, you know, you're going to get a ticket, right? I get the ticket. How is Red Bank able to send your shit if you don't pay a parking ticket, have your driver's license suspended? Who the fuck do Red Bank think they is? This is why I say y'all want to pretend like y'all so rich and fancy and y'all the fakest. Because this is how you're making money for your town. Twisting a knife in people's backs. I paid the ticket, but I was like, take that shit off. She was like, oh, you have to go to the DMV. So I'm going right down to the one motherfucking freehold, and I wish a nigga would today. Shall I bring my cauldron and my lighter? Because that's damn sure a burnt bridge. I'm going right down there today. I'm going all the way down there. They be like, you go to one in Patterson? Nope. Nope. I'm going all the way down to the freehold motor vehicles, hoping that I run into them bitches that had me on the brink of tears because I asked a question and it made me feel threatened. And I'm asking why you got to put my middle name and it's not on my passport and I need my IDs to match up. That made you go and get a manager that would then go, you're not getting anything today. You don't come in here and make my people feel what? And you're not even asking me what happened. Security, and before I knew it, they did the whole, they do that shit real fast, try to pack you up real fast. But like I said, the black lady watched the whole thing and turned them all out. And then the needle nose that was like, you don't get to come in here and talk to my employees like that. Ask questions to you. I don't get to ask questions yet. No, we tell you. Then she's, I just want to apologize. Fuck out of my face. You don't get to apologize, bitch. Maybe today I'll do something purposely to get them riled up. Maybe I'll start asking them a whole bunch of stupid questions. And then I'll put on my meta glasses so I can record the whole thing. That'll be such great content for the web. Wasn't ready to go to jail today. I got too much shit to do. I keep telling y'all. You got to be ready to throw it all away. I agree. But
Your homies going to jail. Said you're going to jail tonight. The homies going to jail. Said you're going to jail tonight. The homies going to jail. Said you're going to jail tonight. Yeah.
Not tonight. Not tonight.
Said you're going to jail tonight.
I'll be damned. I'll be damned. But I got to go down there and get this shit squared away. I'll be damned. Let's just say my other half update has. Yeah, see? And now my shit is slowing down. Nope. Oh, Jayla said there's a class action suit that phones from 2019 to 2025, I think it's the droids. They put an update to purposely slow you down so so you think you need a new phone. Class action suit. And Apple, they promised to put AI on the, I forget what model, and they never circled back and did it. Class action suit. So sign you up for some. Parasuco jeans. Yes, I've heard of Parasuco jeans, and I think that Ronald bought me a Parasuco outfit one year for Easter. It had the jacket and the jeans, and they came in stone, washed blue, or gray and black. I remember it well. Yes, the two-step is real. When are we getting him to call in? He said he was sick last week or the time before. Don't bring a lighter or you will be detained. Why? And then that nigga be going to jail, and I'll be calling Giddy for the bail. I'm calling for bail. Calling for bail tonight. Your homie's calling for bail. Jonesy calling for bail tonight. Giddy, did you hear what I said about Chase said the fire alarm went off, and when he grabbed it, he said it was only being held on by one screw mount. Because I was like, you ripped it out. They're going to charge me. He said it was only on by one screw.
I was going to tell you about that. So what probably happened is, does Shay take hot showers?
He said he thinks it was the steam, but he said I wasn't going to mess around and die.
Yeah, that's what it was from, the steam.
But why did it say carbon monoxide was detected?
Because some of those things are stupid. I've been in a hotel before where somebody had made the whole hotel go off because they took a hot shower and left the door open.
So I need to get a carbon monoxide detector. Now
we got you.
You got one in your house laying around, Giddy. What don't you have?
I'm gonna get it.
You know why? Because Giddy don't want the foolishness that is Jonesy to ever have an excuse to not be performing. I think I perform at his pleasure. He don't want the jokes to ever stop coming. So keep my lady happy. And the jokes and the performance continues.
We got to focus you on other things.
This is true. Keep my mind off the menial shit so I can keep elevating with the shit. Like today, I'm breaking down that whole Kevin Hart shit. What I'm saying to y'all is real. That whole set. Did you watch it, Giddy?
I watched it, but all I'm saying, we've canceled more for less.
Right.
He needs to be canceled, and Netflix needs to be canceled. Everybody get off their butts and cancel both of them.
Yeah.
That is only the opinion of Giddy.
And all the faces of the Byron Allens, all of them that was kicking and giggling, they are not our friends.
Yeah, that was a little crazy. I didn't watch it, and when you played it, I was kind of taken back a little bit.
And that I didn't even tape the worst part. Because that was sending me. An old school Grownsies party, like a grown folk Friday reunion in Philly. That's an excellent idea. We already were supposed to be doing that, right? Oh, but you know what? Now that I'm not fucking with Mike Shauna, no one show I'm not going to be able to promote it on. It's all right. We don't need that show. And we could dress old school. Find you a Sergio Tacchini now. These probably were Gloria Valentes. You know why? I mean, Gloria Valente. Gloria Vanderbilt. You know why? Because those were the only jeans at a store like Bamberger's carried. Yup. They weren't carrying Jordache and Sergio Valente. You had to go to like, what's that jean store? What was that jean store? Not the Gap. The one before the Gap. They had one on Steinway Street. VIM. You had to go to like places like VIM to get Jordache and Sergio. And if you didn't want the same V or the Jordache, the line with the little horse, then you had to go to Jamaica Avenue for variation. Am I lying? No, you quite right. VIM. Yup. Remember the commercial? VIM. I got the, let's go. Yeah, we need to cancel Netflix. We really do. Especially now that they're not doing right by the Breakfast Club. Who said that? Nobody, but just get them off of there. What? And I do not believe that Charlamagne got no $200 million contract. Envy would have told me. Jamaica Avenue ain't got shit now. Oh, it's 10:10. Make a wish or say a prayer. Bad boy Mike Sean put himself in the doghouse. He started acting funny acting. He got the job. Who even knew he was looking for the job in Philly? Who even knew? And he never told me. I had to find out in the streets. And then after the streets, I see all these commercials. He got t-shirts and still haven't said nothing to me about the show, how the show came about. So he didn't necessarily do anything to me. But I feel like he showed me that he don't fuck with me like that, right? That I'm not part of his squad or his team, or I'm not to him, in his opinion, what I thought he was to me, and how I was treating him and how I was bringing him in and sharing my platform with him over and over and over and over again. And he's never done it for me. And so, yeah, so that's it for me. That's it. We good. I know where I stand. So it's not really beef. It's just, I'm just clear. I'm aware. We don't fuck with each other like that. And probably never did. It was always me. Giddy, my thing ain't working again. And that was getting on my nerves.
What did you break now? How did you do that?
Nothing. You know what? I think after a certain amount of hours, you got to turn it off maybe and turn it back on.
No.
Well, I haven't. And I'm afraid to turn it off because I don't want to have a problem turning it back on.
No. We got to find out what's going on. Maybe there's an update.
It's the same no signal found thing coming.
Yeah, maybe an update needs to happen. I'll look.
I'm going to put the fire stick in this. And I just paid the bill. I'm going to put the fire stick in the cauldron, Giddy.
Don't do it. Don't burn it.
VIM. I had, Carl and I used to have on the model, that what you call it, the mannequin. They would have the dopest displays in the window with all the layers of Carl Kanai. My favorite that I had was a dark two-piece blue denim. Of course, the jacket was longer, the pants were baggy, and the stitching was bright orange. And then they had an orange velour two-piece suit. It was so dope. So I would wear the velour two-piece and put the jean jacket, and the velour had a hood, orange velour hood outside the jean jacket. I know there's a picture somewhere with me in that. Oh, that was so dope. But you would be so motherfucking hot. And we was always in the streets and running in and out of clubs. So I would be hot, sweating, thinking I was cute. No, I was cute. I was exactly who I thought I was. T-Mobile pays for my Netflix, so as long as it's free, I will keep it. I will never pay for it again. See, T-Mobile is tricky in some areas. I got T-Mobile for 24 hours and couldn't talk to nobody. Could not talk to anybody. Put my picture back. This is legit. This is how you know it's old. This is the photo book from Astoria. Look at that. Steinway Street. Friendly Phototronics. Who is this? Looking like the devil with her hair matted because she don't want nobody to comb it. Who is that in front of the plastic on the furniture that's still there to this day? Who is that with the tricycle with the red light or the bell or the something with a doll named Tamu and a red Easter outfit on Christmas morning? Who is that? Who is that? Who's that? Got all the toys. Go ahead, get in the picture with all the toys at one time. I still got them prom dresses because I ain't getting no call back from the. Actually, I did run into the lady from the superintendent was at my event Saturday. She was at my event. All right, so I'm gonna send the dresses over. The superintendent that Edith said was gonna call was at my event on Saturday. Actually, was it my event on Saturday or did I bump into her in the bathroom at Life After? I bumped into her at Life After. Now y'all know the restaurant I said I wasn't going to say. If y'all remember, you remember. If not, I'm not going into it. No, I love Life After. It was just the DJ's music was too loud. I'm sorry. All right. There it is. Full transparency. The fucking music be too loud. I don't want to be spitting over Yvette Michelle's food, nor her over mine, because we're trying to hear each other talk, and we're talking so loud and food spitting everywhere because of the DJ. You don't need to be that loud to be crunk. I do look like Che there, right? Mm-hmm. That doll is called Tamu. Now, I bet you I could go on Amazon and find a Tamu doll. And it used to say a whole bunch of slick black sayings. I don't know if I like that anymore. Tamu doll. Nope. But I did find it on eBay one year. But I wonder how come all these black dolls are coming up when I put Tamu. What made them think Tamu? If you don't have Tamu, this ain't it. No. Child, this is not no damn Tamu. No, child. That look more like a voodoo. But eBay had a Tamu doll, and it was expensive because it was an old. Let me see if I can find it. That was my favorite doll. She used to say shit like, "Are you hip to the facts?" Tamu doll. Why is an Easy Bake Oven $200 and they only offer 2 packs of cake mix? How you make it? Obviously not a lot, but just 2 packs of cake mix for $200? No. No, no, no. Oh, the phone is listening. And can you tell white people to leave black people alone? Since you listening to take a shit back. Oh my God. This is Tamu, but this looks like Tamu with like a little alopecia around the edges. Because I don't remember, let me look. I don't remember my doll head being that big. Where'd the picture go? I don't remember Tamu head being like that. How did Tamu? Let me see. Nope. My Tamu had a bunch of hair. Look. That doll had a bunch of hair. You see all that hair in that doll? This is FAMU. This is FAMU, not Tamu. Let me see though. Easy Bake Ovens are $200. You might as well just wait for Santa to bring you one. Huh? I've had it since it was merged with OmniPoint. Remember OmniPoint? Oh, I remember OmniPoint. That is a... Why is this phone dying? Hold on. And now it's restarting itself. See what I mean? That'd be the bullshit. That be the bullshit. Because I need my phone. I need my phone. All right. I'm going to have to plug it in over here. Which means now the charge is getting short because I charged it all night. So now it's trying. The only reason why I don't want to change phones is because I'm afraid I'm not. It's not even dead all the way. Afraid I'm not going to get all my stuff transferred over. I'll be the one wanting to stay there in the store just in case. And they be like, "Ma'am, you could leave because it's going to take hours for." Nope, I'm good. The kids drive now. I'm good. I'll wait. Because I want to make sure all my shit come over. What happened? You went to... Oh, what is this about the have a virus? The some have a virus. That virus, the people on the ship, the thing. Made by Mattel. Yup. Tamu doll, tell me a story, pick me up. Yes, tell me a story, pick me up. That's how we used to say. Are you hip to the facts? I want Tamu. Right, not to be confused with Timu. You are so stupid, LaShawn. Hold on. What happened? Because it's early and you never up this early to be calling me. You got, oh, well, $242 on eBay. They could have that shit all day. What you need?
to jail. Said you're going to jail tonight. The homies going to jail. Said you're going to jail tonight. The homies going to jail. Said you're going to jail tonight. Yeah. The homies going to jail. Said you're going to jail tonight.
Child. Jaylen's roommates was just locking ass, child. He said he was asleep. He heard all this. I'll fucking kill you. I'll fucking fuck you up. And he came. Right. Why they just ain't quarantine everybody on the ship? Because it was because it's purposeful. It's purposeful. What? It asked that I want to watch this video because it had harmful and suicide content that's different. How could it say that? How are they trying to label me like that? Is it time to leave YouTube? I'm not the one talking about lynching black people from bonsai trees. Did that have a label? Did that have a motherfucking warning? So he said he hears all this furniture moving, literally, and I'll fucking kill you. I actually took my childhood doll to a doll hospital for a pair. She's 45 years old, massive, and they fixed her up. Oh, good. I still got my box of all them Barbies that I used to collect. They're still in their boxes. The ones I didn't sell. Yeah, Arthur, I agree. But Giddy, did I tell you I saw Jay Black browsing through my stuff the other day?
I told you they were snooping.
Browsing. You don't have to snoop. You know my mouth. You know who I am. Y'all have been on the side of it. And y'all are now on the receiving end of it. You know what to expect. Except I'm older and a lot meaner now. Jalen said he heard the furniture moving and I'll fucking kill you. But it wasn't him. It was two roommates. So one of them trying to sneak out and move out without paying rent. Which means that me and the other parent will be on the hook. He was about to miss, the other roommate was about to miss graduation, fighting. So one roommate was choking. Jalen probably in here now talking about, why is she telling all the business? One roommate was choking. The one that wanted to leave without paying was choking the other one that was graduating. And the graduating one started punching him in the face real bad. And then the choker just started crying and ran to his room. Giddy, I don't like this. That they saying that my show got content that's suicide and all of that. That's just
Why
gonna
did
make
it say that?
I don't know.
You just saw something come up on your screen?
Nope. Big Brown Eyes said that, look, I logged on to your show from another device and it asked me, did I want to watch this video because it had harmful and suicide content that's different. So now the white boy.
Which one is it? Which show was it? Is what I need to know.
This show.
This current one, you're live?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a little crazy. Okay, I got
and Big Noop said they asked him that when they logged on. So that's the white boy trying to fuck with me now.
Yeah, I gotta look into that.
No, because they realized that I'm enlightening the people, and now they want to come over here. It won't be no suicide, bitch. It'll be murder.
It could be somebody. It could be somebody. You know, reporting fake stuff.
Is that why I got a strike the other day? Because I'm like, what?
Could be somebody reporting fake stuff. You know, because you calling off.
Exactly. Oh, by the way, got an email back from the people that stole my jingle, that stole my song and sold the jingle with it to FanDuel. Jalen's in here. Hi, Jalen. Hi. I knew you was going to hop your ass on here. I knew it. And he knows his mom. He said, now you could tell the story. It's interesting. It's interesting the way I tell it, right? I ain't tell the whole background. I just said, Jalen said he was trying to sleep and heard what sound like furniture moving. And then he heard somebody go, I'll fucking fuck you up. Hey, Jonesy, how exactly do you yourself actually feel about Corey Holcomb actually having DJ Vlad himself appearing on his late night podcast? I didn't see it, Reginald Tate. And is that a plug for that show? Don't be plugging over here. How you plugging? Don't be plugging without paying. Jill Dennis said also, I also had that message when I logged on to YouTube. So tell YouTube, I'll sue YouTube. If I sue iHeart, Radio One, stop. Capital One, Verizon, all the players. I'm not the one. So a little boy responded, it's a little boy. He ain't a little boy. But Jalen to the rescue. All I had to do was give him the email, the name of the email. And Jalen was able to find the picture of the boy. Where is it?
Do you want to do that part?
Oh, shit. I should not.
No, don't do that yet.
Well,
please.
Can I read the email at least?
Yeah, you can read the email. Don't show us picture.
I mean, his name is Barney. He said, Dear Miss Jones, we've reviewed your email. Orchard's business model is predicated upon creating original work for all our clients. Tell ChatGPT to mind its business. This is me and you, Barney. Artist to artist. No one involved in the creation of the Thrillionaire song has ever heard your song, be influenced by it, or copied it. Since you sent it to us, we have reviewed Calling All Ladies. There is no similarity between our song and Calling All Ladies. Therefore, we are confident that there is no claim here. We wish you the best of your luck in your work. Best regards, Barney. Oh, you dismissing? Okay. So then I said, let me tell you one motherfucking thing, little boy. What you not going to do. And then I put a picture of my lips twisted up like this and said, what you not going to do is dismiss a bitch. No, I didn't say that. I said, oh, wait, I sent it from a different email address. Hold on. Basically, you full of shit. And if you ain't know, you about to find out. It's going to be a very expensive mistake. Yada, 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 yada. And Barney, if you're in here watching, it's not too late to redeem yourself. Here it is. I say, thank you for your response. I respectfully disagree with Orchard Creative's conclusion regarding the similarities between the works. My concerns extend beyond the use of a short phrase, beyond the use of the hook structure, the cadence, the repetitive chant pattern, overall vocal execution presented in the commercial.
These people want to do a cheap route, and I'm not trying.
Since receiving your response, I have further reviewed the recording side by side, included, basically, I said I ripped off all the music and raw, and it's exactly the same, and it's enough to warrant further attention. before determining next steps, including whether this matter should be directed through counsel and or discussed with other parties, I want to give you the opportunity to resolve it directly and professionally. Let me know if you're interested in discussing resolution or alternatively provide the appropriate legal contact for future communication. Because what we're not going to do, our face has been played with enough in today. Wouldn't you say? Yep, that's where we headed. 20 more likes. Wait, what's their number? We're going to call it trillion. Dope. Then it'll be harassment. Jalen, you want to tell the story, Jalen? You got to be careful what you say, boo. YouTube be bugging. Well, the world is on fire. All I'll be doing is playing clips of what is already being said and responding to it. That's it. I'm going to send the link to Jalen now. And let Jalen come up here on his own. Since Ron ain't never come, I'm going to forward this to Jalen. Jalen will be home soon. Jalen, because now you up. You might as well. And then I get to see you. That's the link. Chat girl, see you later. Yeah, fuck YouTube. They part of the problem. Keep on before we be shutting your ass down too. Has 7-7. Yup. If you notice, most YouTubers will not say certain words. And I didn't understand why. Now we know. Oh. Well, they're going to get it from me. Because we don't have to be here. Giddy, what the hell? There's a lot of activity going on with you today. We going somewhere.
The homies going to jail. Said you're going to jail tonight. The homies going to jail. Said you're going to jail tonight.
Did y'all see he did a video with a girl from New York? She came over to him. They definitely trying to silence us and our freedom of speech itself too as well. Yep, absolutely. They are. They all ganging together now. They see one getting away with it. They see another one getting away with it. Then they see Netflix. Netflix is orchestrating the monkey show and the clarion call. That Kevin Hart shit is despicable. Absolutely, utterly disgraceful. And every black person in that room laughing, that is a person of power or prominence, they need to be made a lesson out of. Now look, this is my, I love Lauren LaRosa. Look.
About George Floyd. He believes Kevin Hart should have spoke up. Let's take a listen.
My thing with Kevin, and I'm a fan, I feel like my family and their friends, they said, it responded right then and there, like, well, wait, hold up. Because I remember Kevin Hart and a few other celebrities was at the Minnesota funeral. In that respect, me watching some clips of certain other jokes, a lot of it just felt, it wasn't tasteful.
Now, Terrence Floyd also talks about Gianna Floyd, who is the daughter of George Floyd, and how she deals with these moments and the jokes and how it comes back on her. Let's take a listen. One of the other things that they mentioned was like Gianna and George Floyd's daughter, your niece, being teased at school and how stuff like this doesn't help. Like, does she get direct response from things like this because they're so viral? She's getting older now.
She was 6 when this happened. She's 12 now. Well, I was talking to Travis yesterday. We realized something always is talked about or happen, or somebody say something or bring up controversy or whatever around my brother's name when it's nearing the anniversary of his death. It happened with this. It happened with Charlie Kirk. It happened with Lil Yachty. We say keep saying his name, but we don't want this narrative. This is crazy. We upset, but I'm focusing more on the well-being of my niece.
Oh yeah, the death anniversary is May 25th.
Yes, yes, it is May 25th. Now, he also talked about a part of the joke where Tony Hinchcliffe says to Kevin Hart that George Floyd is looking up at him. Let's take a listen to Terrence Floyd on that.
It was a part in there where we always say, my brother looking down on us because we talking positive. The fact that he said that he's looking up, we were stuck on that. When we heard it, he was like, he's looking up from where? Are you trying to say he's in hell? So this is not what comedy is supposed to do.
Right.
It's not supposed to have us thinking about what you meant. Oh, we supposed to laugh to heal.
As I said yesterday, what's funny to you is a trigger to others, and that's why the roast should only be about people who are participating in the roast. If
Right.
Kevin and Cheryl Underwood and Pete Davidson are fine with people making jokes on their deceased loved ones, that's on them. They're participating in the roast. But people who weren't there, who have nothing to do with the roast, they shouldn't even be mentioned. Yeah. Like, imagine sitting at home, possibly enjoying the roast, and then someone makes a joke about how your loved one, died a violent, tragic death. Like, making a joke about your loved one's violent, tragic death. That's gotta hurt. Come on now.
Yeah, and I think too, what's big for him is the fact that he's a fan of Kevin Hart. So it's like he doesn't want to feel a way towards Kevin Hart, but at the same time, it's like they feel like they're not being protected in a sense, and everybody should understand why we should be protecting what happened with George Floyd. And he's confused why people don't understand that, like why he even has to argue that.
I don't. By the way, it's not even just George Floyd, the Charlie Kirk of it all too. I don't care how you feel about either one of those individuals. I just feel like you shouldn't be making jokes about someone dying a violent, tragic death. Like, just imagine being either one of their families and hearing that. Come on, that's.
So yesterday,
but we don't. Nobody really pays attention or respects that. It's the spiritual realm will take care of them. The spiritual realm will take care of them. And now that we know that we can't count on Netflix to be slightly responsible, that we can't trust that they won't cross the most vile line of them all, now that we know we can't trust them to do that, then we got to monitor ourselves and not fuck with Netflix. And YouTube can catch it too. Yeah, it was just an opportunity, one more opportunity for these crack-ass crackers to align themselves with Trump, the joke, the fool, the most basic white boy of them all, right? And get away with it as under the guise of, oh, but it's a roast. Oh. And then you got the pick-me's, Cheryl Underwood, that's actually trying to make excuses for the behavior. When if you don't have a problem with them joking about your husband committing suicide because he didn't want to fucking see you another day, bitch, that's on you. But don't be sitting up there. Well, as we're learning, everybody ain't for the movement, the culture. They got movements and cultures and rituals, satanic rituals that they're doing themselves to get into the Hollywood elite club. And this was one of them, which in my opinion is why everything was red. Everything looked like what we've been told hell looks like. Even when when people's phone lights was on, it looked like little flames of fire.
So yesterday.
And hold on. Jalen, I sent you the link to log on if you want to. You don't have to. It's not the time.
This is Trump bagging for you right here.
Effective immediately, moving forward. Any white man or white woman who use that word around me, I'm rocking the snot box. They will be shaking you repeatedly, trying to wake you up to help you regain consciousness. If you got a problem with it as a white man or a white woman, line your bitch ass up on the line of scrimmage and let's go head up. But you might want to understand you are going to be playing for your whiteness. You possibly may lose everything you love for your whiteness, because I'm ready to lose everything for my blackness, because our lineage is rooted in losing everything for our color. An overwhelming amount of you sun-dodging snow roaches are pure evil. And if what I'm saying is a lie, there would be no need for fucking civil war. There would be no needs for civil rights, affirmative action, none of that. All of that comes from the ideology of supremacy, thinking you're better than everyone. And with that, convinces you that you can do and say whatever you want. It's going to cost you more than time itself, because there's two things you can never get back: a life and time. Which one you think is going to cost the most? I grew up in school watching Roots. I was told it's just a movie. And as I've lived life and walked through this fucking society, the same tendencies, the verbiage, the ideology is reminiscent of the movie Roots. White people have killed minorities for who they are, yet never been put in that same position until today. I don't care who you are. I hear you say that. I'm going to render you unconscious. And there's not a fucking thing you can do about it. You can reach for your waist. I'll beat you and put two to the face. I know how to speak the language of your ancestors. It's through that language alone that allowed us to become as tough and determined and hard.
Mm-hmm.
You threw everything at us, to include making postcards of our dead hanging bodies. 400 years head start, and we still beat you, motherfuckers. So trust and motherfucking believe. Your whiteness, let's see how much equity you have in your whiteness.
This is Trump bagging for you right here.
I love it.
Effective immediately, moving forward. Any white man
Want me to forward this to them?
that word around me,
I called that yesterday in the parking lot and watched them, but they pulled out and took off before I got to them.
Trying to wake you up to help you regain consciousness. If you got a problem with,
he said, I will render you unconscious. This is where it's come. This is what it's come down to. I hate to get y'all worked up. Some of the shit like snow roaches, that should be funny. Sun dodging snow roaches. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Don't take her down this rabbit hole. It's too late. Throw it all away. I always use the term because that's what it's going to come down to, because that's all they understand. They are vile. They are violent. They are all the things. And again, if that's just your skin folk, but that ain't your kin folk, then mind your business and shut up and sit down in the lab and make sure you like it. Because other than that, I'm going to lump you in with them and you're going to get it too. Now, in some other good news.
This is my diary. I'm sharing with you.
Look at this.
This is my journey, my cross to bear. I know the truth because I
Those sexy people, it's your girl Nikki Gilbert Daniels, and it's another season of Diary of a Diva, and I am so excited about the conversation we're about to have right now. When I tell you, this sister has been where I wanna be, boy. Don't play with me. She first ever morning hip hop radio show in the nation, probably in the world.
Woman led.
Yeah. I'm sorry, exactly.
Black woman
Black
led.
woman led.
Yeah,
Black.
thank you for that.
And it should always be a black woman led first. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a nice season 3 welcome to Jonesy.
Nikki, thank you, sis. Thank you.
We are here.
Yes.
We got so much shit to talk about.
It's been a while.
Yes.
I don't even know. Like, it's like someone you don't talk to all the time. But when we do reach out, you're immediate what you need.
What to do?
I don't have to do the pleasantries of how's everything.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad to be here.
I am so glad. And you are so beautiful. I've always thought you were absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
And talented. And
coming from you.
Say what you mean. Right. Thank you. So you, just for the people who don't know.
Yes.
Did you replace Wendy Williams on radio?
You think you know, but you have no idea.
Nikki, no, big goddamn. And then she cut it. We doing things, people. I brought you out of the darkness with that. That was supposed to make you smile. He said effective immediately. Sun dodging snow roaches is unmatched. Can you send me the link, please? Yes, I sure can. I'll just put it up here. Let me see if I can put it here. There the link is. Amazon Mom, thank you. Reginald Tate, I agree until they get some sort of boundary, like some sort of, because I would have really been pissed off if I was invited and I flew all the way to LA from Philly to be embarrassed. You know, Philly, they move a little different. They are very intolerant of that type of disrespect. So I'm surprised they ain't burned that bitch down to the ground. Thank you, Be True. Listen to me. I didn't even know that we were filming something. I thought we were having a meeting. I thought we was having a meeting. But I'm glad I had my little face done, right? My little homemade makeup job. Mm-hmm. Oh, Sherelle. And that's what they don't want. They don't want us getting together. Even some of the men in the business, because now they can't be slimy. There's the link right there. They don't want us women actually using our brains and figuring out the formula. The birthday song. Okay, let me get the birthday song. Let me see. Here it is. birthday it is?
Best birthday son, put your hands up.
Who's celebrating?
Son, put your hands up. Best birthday son, put your hands up. Put your hands up.
Him, I was bobbing. I'll do Cadillac Chronicles in June. Thank you, Eric. Glad that you're around for the ride.
Set this thing ablazing on a big mood, baby. Swag turned up to amazing. You wanna be my BLDDY. I see your eyes on my thigh. I hit it with a ha 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 ha. Like maybe later.
I don't know, because I didn't even know that was scary. God from Jay sent that to me.
We could spend some time. No strings and a glass of wine. We could dance all night. Best birthday son, put your hands up. Best birthday son, put your hands up. Best birthday son, put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Face to face, share some space. Hold my way. Everybody watching us.
Everybody enjoy it.
Good day.
Oh, your mother-in-law. You want the Sasha Farris thing at the birthday?
Maybe you don't.
Joy. We should have the whole Mother's Day and Jim's birthday.
Just you, me, we'll see where it goes.
So say it is, so say it's done.
We could spend some time and a glass of
Kathleen, I have to disagree because you have to read the room and not the literal room. The time is of them trying to reverse all of our freedoms and our liberties and our rights. If we were cool with them, then maybe we'd be a little more less sensitive. But the other thing is, you don't get to roast a dead man that killed at one of your mans and them's knee, literally. You don't get to roast that. What did his family have to do? Are they getting paid by Netflix for use of the image? Well, the image wasn't. For use of the man's likeness? Did you ask permission? Or do you just not give a fuck? That's funny to you. That's what you're saying. Netflix is saying that it's funny to them how and why George Floyd died. And Netflix is saying that he deserved to die, which is why he's in hell. Because they approved that message. By airing it means you approved it. And the guy said, looking up to us. Looking up. So you don't even have no... So in that, you're saying he was demonic. He was a bad person. And deserved what he got. That's what y'all crack-ass crackers think and believe. But newsflash, y'all are the demons. Y'all are the ones that are going to get the wrath. Y'all are God's least favorite. Not all of yous, but the ones that think that that shit is okay. The ones that think that shit is okay are God's least favorite. You already melt in 5 seconds in the motherfucking sun. Don't get me started. Again. Because now I'm going to have to give it to the people at the motor vehicles. Maybe I will go to the one in Patterson. I ain't got beef with them. Be true, you silly. Two Girls Mom, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Two Girls Mom. I don't even have the link to the interview. That's all I have. And I only got that because, like I said, Diary sent that to me. So follow Nikki on Instagram, I guess. Right. That's what, right, Kathleen. Yep, I think Netflix should be sued. I agree with you. I absolutely agree. They need to be sued and they need to be boycotted and taken out of their motherfucking Netflix misery. And not just because you raised the monthly price. Because I'm not paying to be fucking humiliated and degraded and dismissed and to be made fun of when we haven't gotten under control all the lynchers. We haven't even gotten ahead of it. And you think that that's good content? You think it's okay? It's still happening. It's not a thing of the past that now we all cool. We got our reparations and we're all cool and we're all level. No, you did that to the Jews. That's why the Jews don't care the jokes y'all make. Because y'all are the laugh at them. Y'all are the laugh to them, rather. We were never even acknowledged that behavior was wrong. Some of y'all are still questioning it, i.e., he's in hell looking up at us. So we can't even get on one accord about the behavior being deplorable. The fuck? Out of all the shit happening in the motherfucking world unrelated to Kevin Hart. Because what the fuck do Kevin Hart got to do with George Floyd? He got just as much to do with George Floyd as he got to do with Patel, Hedgepath, the drunks in office. So why not slander them? That still got breath. Lord only knows why. Use them. Slander them. But you're cowards. You always go after people that can't defend themselves, or you think black women who you think you have one up on. But bitch, we all got guns. This is probably why they put I probably should wrap up the show. I just figured out why they're putting all types of warnings on my shit. So thank you, people. I appreciate you always for meeting me here every day faithfully. If you need me, you can always reach out to me at bookandjonesy@gmail.com or find me on Instagram. Right? Don't forget. Oh, wait. Do I have the flyers? Let me see. Let me see if I can find flyers. Banners. Oh, well, thank you to one of our sponsors, Nationwide Bus Charter. Please, if you need transportation for groups, you want to take your kids to a birthday party at a movie theater, and you don't want to do all the having the parents drive them separately, call Nick over at Nationwide Bus Charter. Or if you just have an outing with you and your people and you don't want to designate a driver for the occasion, Nationwide Bus Charter, tell them Jonesy sent you. And our other sponsor is... they might be on Giddy's side. Let me see. I can tell you about Make My Fish all day long, but unless you go to one of the two locations, one on 116th Street and the other on Central Park Avenue in Yonkers, and actually experience the aroma before you walk in, and then the actual taste of the fish, the grits, the mac and cheese, the greens, the yams, the tater salad, you won't know what you're missing. So go ahead and make your day with Make My Fish. When you get there, give them your business card, because we will be giving free advertisement to whoever's card it is they pull out of their jar at the end of the week. Make sure you're doing that. They said you are coming in there and you're mentioning the show, because you got to let them know Jonesy goes hard for you. Jonesy be telling us to come in here, please, at Make My Fish. But also leave your card, because look, if no one else is doing it and you do, you going to win by default, bitch. How you winning by default? Every chance I get. And Le Cool Champagne, thank you very much for the First Lady Rosé. Ask for it. Whenever you're out, ask, do you carry First Lady Rosé? And then they will be inclined to, right? And then you help in another Black business. And you know, Cool and the Gang, they've given us some bop, so they deserve it. Hey, Khadijah. Hey, Muhammad. Hey, Hakeem. All right, let me go back to comments. And please, yep, everybody, please be safe out there. Oh, yeah, Afro Taco, the Afro Taco truck. Please hit them up. Ask for Chef Cliff, because you know we don't have Oko anymore, the restaurant. So we got to go to the Afro Taco truck. Let them know that Jonesy's also represent Afro Taco, please. Oh, nice. You getting a whole pan, Kiana, of catfish for her goddaughter baby shower Saturday. Ow. Thank you for that, Kiana. That goes a long way, believe me. Jonesy, I look at it slightly different. These are the conversations / jokes they like to have behind closed doors, but once you publicly show us your ways, you've actually done us a favor. I haven't gotten there yet, but you're absolutely right, Al. I'm still in my feelings. I'm still in my my anger. I'm still in my frustration. So I haven't quite gotten there yet, but you are right. That's next steps. Just like if Kamala had won, we wouldn't see all the shit that they're showing us how they feel about us. We always knew, but then their kids told us, you guys get stuck in race all the time. You guys make everything about race. That's what the kids of the people who were kids back then spitting on our older sisters and brothers and kicking them off their bicycles just because they wanted to go to school or their parents made them go and be integrated into those schools. They're the ones now. They're the 60 to 70-year-olds. They're still around. They still feel that way. They still feel mad that we got to get the same liberties as them. They absolutely do still exist. And if Kamala had won, she would have had to kiss a few rings like all of them do. Dems and Repubs are the same. But this would have been hidden. So I guess there's something to be said for exposing. I don't know, child. Anyway, I love you guys for watching. Reginald Tate, why you have me put the link and you ain't call? Or whoever it was, Big John. Somebody asked for I think it was Big John asked for a link and didn't call. It'll be the last time. June 9th, 6 p.m., Queens Public Library. Mark your calendars for the kid. 45-minute cool conversation. My anger won't go away until the wrong is turned right, until things are. Let's stay strong, my people. Yup, Eric, that's a word. That's a word. You might as well stay on here one more minute so we can get that wish or that prayer. I'm registered for the Queen's Day. Thank you. Yeah, people, you have to register. Can't just walk in. Thank you, Kim. Anita, thank you so much, Anita. I see you always sending me $5. There's a few you in here that always got me covered. Thank you so much. Thank you, Big R. Arthur Melendez, I look forward. Make sure y'all send them Zells and Cash Apps. That encourages me to not take days off. When they stop coming, that's when I'm like, I need another hour of sleep. 11:11, make a prayer or a wish right now. Jalen, I sent you the link. Oh, the link to the video I was showing. Oh. How do I do that?
When you're black.
Is your what's your Instagram? What's your Instagram? Instagram. Thank you, somebody that just sent $10 for lunch for me today. Thank you. Jalen got shit popping off over there in his apartment. Roommates locking ass. And you stay out of it. Because one of them, the roomies, the roomies, the roommates, the roommates. Said you're going to jail tonight, girl. The homies going to jail. Said you're going to jail tonight. And I don't want you because you'll be in there for a while. I need Giddy to save his bail for me. The roomie's going to jail. Stay out of that, Jalen. Stay out of it. All right, y'all. Have a great day. The end.